What's up, guys? We're out here at the OG shop today. We've been invited to come work on my dad's car. So here we are. We're working on the Malibu today. We've got a bunch of parts from NITROUS Express. We've got some parts from, I think, UMI. We got an anti-roll bar kit. And we've got some control arms, some adjustable upper and lower control arms. We're gonna get this thing working. The anti-roll bar should be a big help. I think he's got shocks on the way from Viking as well. Not here yet, but we're gonna try and get this thing to 60 foot a little bit more consistently. And he's gonna add a little bit of nitrous in case he needs it for bracket racing, for driving the finish line. So we're gonna try to get all that stuff installed this weekend.
You know what I think?
What's that?
I think that if we get this all set up, since we're here at the OG shop, then we should go to the OG test spot and make its first nitrous hit. We haven't tested at the OG test spot in a long time.
It's gonna take a little while to get it all sorted out, but we'll definitely make a test hit over on the OG spot.
You mean it's not bolt on and ready to go?
Nothing's bolt on. You always have to modify everything. If you watch Chief's latest video, you'd see that. With the damn cam sensor modification that he did.
Valve cover off and the head studs.
Yeah, and then you take your valve cover off and the head studs broke off. Hasn't even started it yet. But yeah, we're gonna be working on this car today. Maybe the next few days, and see what happens.
Upper and lowers for the Malibu. Okay, nice.
It's the brackets.
Off of the coolant here. For the anti-roll bar. Get your Innovana.
UMI.
Stop. If there's a problem with your items, please do not return them to the retail store. Ooh, look at that one. That's a nice sticker. They give these to Kitten Powers.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get a carb spacer?
No.
No? Well, your carb studs are a little too long.
Right there.
That's 5/16. Yeah, but what happened up today? We should go up in a day. What do you think of that?
That'll work.
That'll work. I'll do it. That'll do it, Kenny. Oh!
Almost bad.
Been back 5 minutes, Kenny.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Huh?
It ain't even.
And you pulled the pin?
The pin was pulled 3 weeks ago when Jeremy started a fire and I had to put it out.
The pin was pulled, but you didn't use it. Oh, you did use it.
Oh, I used it. There was
So is there anything left in it?
stuff everywhere. Oh yeah.
Kenny Fireman. Kenny has a lot of rolls around here.
When you first came here, it used to be like everything covered in wood. Rotate it down just a little. Oh shoot.
Death wheel. Kidding, kidding.
One stock piece of shit. Should work on removing.
Work on your shit.
Nice. Don't take that one out. We're gonna do one at a time.
Crap, look at the backing plates.
Yeah, they're like brand new.
They're like brand new.
So on
Wow.
your axles,
Yeah.
you're probably, those are a little bit bigger, those studs. As far as how they press in, they're gonna have to be drilled out.
That's fine.
In order, I didn't do anything with it, and I'm going to make a call to
Mark was supposed to get me the ones that go right
they're
in.
bigger than that.
Boy, that dirty weasel.
Hey, why don't we do this the easy way? Why don't we just crack the nut loose and fucking spin it?
So then it won't be factory settings, right?
Yes, it will, because we can still measure it from tip to tip.
People are gonna think we're homosexuals.
Why?
Dude, you're the one wearing a medium shirt trying to get your pecs to pop out with your nipples poking out of your shirt.
Because he's got just the tips.
I think you're
Look
just
at you.
fucking jealous,
Your
babe.
shirt doesn't even fit.
It does.
It's... You know it
How does
doesn't.
it not fit? I'm not a large.
Got a fucking schmedium.
You need to grow into your large. That's the point of lifting.
He went shopping at Baby Gap. Did you go shopping at Baby Gap?
How'd you know?
I can tell. I can tell by your shirt.
You know what, Dre? I don't like your attitude.
Did you get that from fucking Little Enos?
Yeah.
Hey, look, bud. Is it going in the hole yet? Oh, it's tight. Drive it in, Billy. Yes. I farted.
God, how am I going to use any of these clips if you guys keep doing stupid shit?
This is what the people are liking. Have you not been reading the comments?
I don't
People-
think so.
Yes, they have. They like it when we are BSing and just, you know, cutting up in the garage. That's what they say.
Yep. I can only fit one finger in there.
Look, you can get 3 in this one. But my fingers ain't long enough. It's the story of my life.
Come on. See if I can get 2 in there.
Trying to wiggle it. You gotta wiggle it before you giggle it.
What if we take a screwdriver and punch it through the hole?
Well, I would if there wasn't a muffler in the way.
What if...
Nope, I can't get to it on the top.
I got it.
You know something I really don't miss about this shop?
What's that?
This damn drain hole and me falling in it every single time I
I had it
film.
3 times today already. And almost fallen over. Uh-huh. Oh! We in! Bing bong! Stop. Get the bricks in this.
Needs to come up like the... Oh,
Now too far.
Now it's too far. Oh! Fuck, there it is. There she is.
Just tap.
Push that up again. Yeah.
Comes down pretty hard, but going back up, it's like,
Does it need some clicks put in the comp engineering shocks or what?
yeah, maybe we could just spin it a few times. Put it back. Yeah, good. Call it good. So these are the control arms we took off. These are stock control arms. A little flimsy. I mean, you can kind of move them with your hands. And then they've got these rubber bushings in them that obviously been in there since 1979. So a little bit better now. We've got solid bushings in the front, and then we've got some solid bushings in the back on the lowers. We've still got rubber bushings in the uppers on the rear end, but we're going to change those out later. For right now, those would be just fine. They're in good shape, but that'll add some strength and rigidity to our rear suspension. These deflect quite a bit under load. Sometimes they'll allow wheel hop in extreme circumstances.
You like this NITROUS line install?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, you're getting ready to lower it down.
Really? Where is it? Oh, no way. That looks great, Robbie.
It ain't gonna hit shit.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, that looks really good. Holy smokes, that looks really good, Rob. That's perfect. That's
Don't
perfect.
be trying to hire my.
Oh my.
She needs some comp engineering three-ways on her.
Pretty much not a shock.
Yeah, I've got all brand new double adjustable Vikings coming for this. So this is a temporary problem. We'll get it. We'll get it. No way. Oh, Robbie, that looks great, man.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Pretty clean, huh?
Yes.
Very easily removable.
It's perfect, guys. Thank you.
I just gotta get the line and we're good. It's the line's already through.
Thank you, Robbie.
You're welcome. So I'm
I
getting
really
ready now to put
appreciate
the
you
line
guys.
It was both of our ideas.
in. The fucking
Million
900,000 people.
There's no way
So
to
we
hide
just need to
anything
hide it
anymore.
now that it's on YouTube.
Right. That way nobody knows. Like
I mean, not everybody knows us. We're
maybe
not
the
that
Amish
famous.
guys. We get some Amish people. We can line up races with some Amish.
Steve,
I've seen some of them dudes. They're pretty fast. Them horses get down.
Greasy.
Those motherfuckers be out at night late. I mean, they probably be street racing, really.
They must, you know they do.
That horse racing.
You see them drifting? They're drifting badass.
Yeah.
They're out there like doonching dogga doom dog, you know, and they're getting down.
What?
Doonching dog. Whatever that language is they speak.
It's part Dutch.
Deutschendappen. Installing earlier. What was it called, Tommy?
So you were installing the nitrous plate, and it was the Scatagaskar.
Yeah,
we're gonna
we
take
taking
it.
the car to
We're
Scatagaskar.
gonna take it to Scatagaskar.
And they were like, no, we need to name Rob's car that.
Scatagaskar. You see how it's still got that paper instruction sheet for the spare tire? Look at that. Compact spare.
And not too many young people know what this is.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful when you flip that switch the other way and go to release it.
What is that?
It's the bumper jack. It's a factory bumper jack. The original spare has never been out, or well, I mean, why would you want to use that? I don't know, but
This has a slot in the end of it, Tommy. Over here, right there. And on the, if you look on the bumper, it has a slot. Well, this one doesn't even have one in it.
Why would you jack it up from the bumper?
that's the way they used to do it back in the day, bub.
But then when they would go up easy, but then when you flip the switch, with a little lever to take it down, and you first one you went, if you weren't paying attention, you had to take it out of your hand and go, tick, 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 and go real fast.
This is great, guys. That looks wonderful. I'm so glad Uncle Terry got me hooked up on them sexy bottle brackets.
I like that. I'm getting one of those from
I couldn't put them freaking stock brackets in that car. There's just no way I could do that.
It's all tucked in.
Holy smokes, that looks great, Robbie. Where's the other solenoid
Right
at?
there over the top.
Huh?
Right there's your fuel. Your
That's
your
fuel?
nitrous is underneath of this one.
Oh, okay.
And the the feed line is right there. You got to put your pills in there or whatever you want.
I think it'll still clear the hood.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it'll clear.
Jegs has brand new cowl induction steel hoods, bolt-on steel hoods for these.
Alright, so where are we at today?
So we are working on the anti-roll bar kit from BMR today. We're going ahead and getting these clamps put on the axle tubes. And we'll put it's got these things that bolt onto the bottom of there, and that holds the anti-roll bar. And then we're gonna have to come up in here, and then where it bolts up to the frame, you gotta drill some holes. So it's pretty much a bolt-on kit. The hardest thing you gotta do is just drill a couple holes.
So explain to me, what are the advantages of having all this new stuff? Like, how can you adjust those to, like, how does it work?
Well, with this, you're able to adjust your pinion angle. So this is a triangulated 4-link. This setup is basically the same as what's on a Fox body Mustang. You have your upper and your lower bars, and the uppers are pointed outward and the lowers are pointed inward, so it kind of centers it in the car, allows it, or doesn't allow it to move around. The uppers are basically what sets your pinion angle, and the lowers are fixed. You know, the lowers are adjustable too, so you can put a little bit of side to side in the rear end to point it one way or the other if you needed to. So you've got that adjustment a little bit if you needed to put some rear steer in it, which we probably won't have to do on this thing. It's just, you know, it's a 12-second car. It's not going to need any rear steer. But in the future, I'd like to get some torque boxes that are adjustable. That way we can adjust the bar angles, and I'd like to get some brackets for the rear end to give it some more bite, because the geometry of all these angles is what makes the car work the way it does. Right now it's set up to squat just because it's stock bar angles, but with these control arms you're going to have a lot more rigidity. With those old ones you don't have a lot of rigidity, and they bend and they flex. So this will give us a little bit more stable of a drive down the track.
So do you like the idea of triangulated 4-link?
Yeah, I like triangulated 4-links. They work really well, especially if you have adjustment on your bar angles. Like on the Falcon, you have your uppers, and then you have a bracket off the rear end that relocates the uppers even higher. So that gives you even more separation, because the top bar and the bottom bar are like this. They're pointed out like this, and this point is your instant center line. So when you have your upper bar and it's in the stock position on the rear end, it's like this. So that puts the instant center line farther out and below the anti-squat line. So there's a lot of videos on instant center and anti-squat out there. You guys can learn that more. I'm not going to go into it too much today, but this is going to be a big improvement in the way the car handles, and that's the biggest thing. Once we get some shocks on this thing, these shocks they're shot. I mean, there's nothing really to them. The other side's better, but this side there's nothing there. That's going to be a big improvement once he gets the Viking shocks in, and it may not be as necessary to change the bar angles, but it'll definitely make it drive better down the track the way it is now. And with the anti-roll bar, it's not going to let it twist as much and do the G-body shuffle, so it'll actually come off the line and it'll use that momentum forward instead of twisting. It's going to 60 foot better because it's not wasting all that body movement. It's just going to shoot straight out. So that's going to be a big improvement. It's going to be a little bit more rigid, and when we get the brackets for the rear end to change the instant center and change the bar angles, that'll be a big improvement too. But for now, this itself is just going to be huge. So they want these brackets as close to the spring perch as possible. So we're gonna go out to about here. That's about as far as we can go. We'll leave them fairly loose so that we can install everything, and then we'll tighten it all up once it's all together. So we'll go something like that.
Damn, look at Grandpa's old diff cover. Chrome diff cover.
Got that from AutoZone.
He definitely did.
Spectre.
It's a sphincter. It's a sphincter diff cover from AutoZone or Advanced Auto.
Go along with the D-pins on the back seat.
Man.
It's like 2 centimeters thick.
Come on, Jeg's box.
Still a Spectre.
Don't fucking tell him that, Kenny.
Jeez, Kenny.
This thing is gonna look like the bolt-on Supreme when it's done.
It's gonna be K-tuned. AKA Kenny Powers fucking got that foot tune on that bitch.
Is it an Alpha 12 or Alpha 24?
It's 2JZ with a 9er on the back end. What's that?
So what's this, day 4?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
We're trying to say that you too could build this car from J.C. Whitney.
J.C. Whitney.
It's gonna be the bolt-on Supreme. Look at all them bolt-ons right there.
She's fucking.
It's full bolt on, bruh.
She's mint.
We like your AutoZone diff cover.
What?
Yeah.
Sphincter diff cover.
I like that. That's old school.
Are you up to buying cheap shit again?
I think it looks nice.
Yeah, BMR didn't send us all the hardware. I had to run to the hardware store.
Huh.
We're missing like 8 nuts, 4 bolts.
You sure you didn't lose them someplace?
No, I literally opened the bag right here, and that's what we had.
This looks like a state job.
Feels like it.
One guy working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You just showed up.
I've been working all day.
I was working till you got there.
Oh. I had to go take a dump truck up to the farm because Dad wants his dump truck back so Oscar the Grouch can clean up all his mess. It's pretty bad when a freaking trash can ain't good enough. You gotta have a dump truck to clean it up.
Damn. That's a lot of shit, Jeremy.
I was a busy man.
Did you say you're a busy man?
Yeah. Half an inch.
I have to put the fucking thing in the nose of it. See them hands, son? See them hands? See them hands?
Damn good throw.
Alright, is the anti-roll bar centered? Looks like it's fairly centered. Looks decent.
Take some measurements.
It could go to the right, just a tippity tap. Yep.
That's how you know it's good.
It's good. It's got a yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's within an inch.
Good enough.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There comes this fucking, what you call it again? Ow! That was my finger again, Billy.
Sorry, dude. I was wondering what was holding it up.
That was my finger.
You guys are fighting each other.
Okay, I'm up here, though. Are you where you need to be or what?
I need to come up like.
Well, you
quarter
put your
inch.
side and we'll do my side, because you're not pinching my finger again. Look what he did. Look right there. All right.
I haven't been paying attention. I'm just filming your guys' faces all stretched out, arguing on the diff cover.
Yep. Look in there, Billy. Look over here with me. Yep. Yep.
Try to get it straight up and down as possible, but I mean they're Heims, so if they're a little off, we got it.
There. Hold on, I'm trying to. Oh no.
Oh God.
Hey, we're putting these brackets on with self tappers.
What?
Yeah, the brackets for the anal roll bar that go up here for the Himes. McKinney's putting them in with self-tappers.
He better not be.
He is. That's what he's doing right now. You got your? Did you get the big self-tappers, Kenny?
Where's your?
Did you guys read the instructions?
What instructions?
Make sure.
There was instructions. I didn't see.
No, they actually did not come with instructions.
It didn't. It came with a QR code to get the instructions on your phone. Then you gotta search the part number that's on the box, and that didn't come up. So yeah, there was no instructions.
You got a pen or something?
Just needs to wire the nitrous kit and put jets in it.
I think Kenny should test drive it. He's obviously
See the new test drive.
he's the new test driver.
The Stig.
He's the Stig.
Yeah, I like that.
It's the fastest mouse in all of Mexico, right there.
It'll fuck you up in the 60-foot clear to the 660, son.
I think I'm too old for that one. What's that, Dad?
What?
Your little mouse here.
That's Speedy Gonzales.
Speedy Gonzales. I don't think I was old enough for that.
That's Speedy Gonzales.
You ever watched Tom and Jerry?
That's a Tom and Jerry character?
Tom and Jerry. You guys are all screwed up.
I was gonna say,
What was it?
I love Tom and Jerry.
It's not Tom and Jerry.
I thought it was like
Speedy
Jerry's
Gonzales.
cousin.
Speedy Gonzales was Speedy Gonzales.
Like Speedy Gonzales fucks with Sylvester the cat.
Who's Sylvester the cat?
Son, you gotta get on your freaking old
I
school
was
cartoon.
born in 2001.
Well, I know, but what was that?
2000 what?
Damn millennial.
It's not my fault.
See, Tommy? Now you're getting into the good stuff.
Stand this corny music. It'll drive me back. Babu, scream. Take your pain and beat it, and don't come back. Hey, Senor Daffy, now what do you want?
Critical choices now have to be made. It is time to do the wiring, and that means we have to mount a switch. If we have to mount a switch, generally that means we got to drill a hole. I don't want to drill holes either. Critical decisions, Uncle Rob.
Critical. This is real critical.
Off the nitrous with the fucking fan switch on full high.
Put it on the horn button. Remember how we used to do that? It's S10. We first put it together. Nitrous was on the horn button. He'd honk the horn, it'd go faster.
I had a car that was through the cruise control on the steering wheel. When you turned the cruise control on, it activated it.
But we don't have cruise control button on this, so that's out.
I'm sure you could find some kind of hole that's not being used for anything.
Is right here. But do we dare drill a hole in that dash?
No, I think where you should put it,
Where?
if you're going to put it on a switch,
Yeah.
is that little
Well, I mean an
spot.
arming switch.
Yeah, right there in between the gauges. On that,
Not
on
off
that
the
panel.
fucking shifter.
Yeah, but that shifter's not always going to be in there.
If you put it on that panel, right there between the gauges that you already got there,
Yeah.
drill a hole in that, put the switch in there.
Is
Then
there
you-
room?
Yeah, there should be room.
Doesn't fit between the gauges down there.
Turn it off, or switch off. Fuel. I'll dump it all over the place. I shake too bad.
You shake?
He gets nervous when he's around me.
He's not the only one.
I gotta keep my ass towards the wall with Billy.
Oh, for sure. Or something, but that's fine. Let's see if we got fuel pressure, Robbie.
Got pressures over there, Billy's.
Yep. What's it say? It's bouncing between 4 and 6.
Well, what'd you say a minute ago, Robbie? Why purge it?
Why purge it and waste it when you can bang it through the motor and let it taste it? I say we bang it through the motor and let
Is
it
that a
taste
Robbie original? Or
it. I
did you
just
get
came up though off the top of my head.
I don't hear nothing.
Quit. Kenny Powers. Playing dirty tricks on me, old man out here. I can't hear shit anyway.
I'll be searching for hours.
Yeah, fucking Kenny.
Bottles off.
Picked it up like 400 RPM.
for sure. And no sputters or nothing, so that's good.
Yeah, it came on clean. Still got oil pressure.
What was that, a 150?
Yeah, 150 shot.
I'd like to feel that off the hip, but I don't think the rear end can take it.
No. And I eased into it right there too. It shifts so late from first to second. It really needs to shift a little bit sooner.
Yeah. stumble a little bit.
Yeah.
Something did not sound right when I went by. I don't know, it just didn't sound right.
Oh, it sounded pretty damn good.
Yeah, when I first took off, but
I mean, it hiccuped when it left.
Yeah.
Is it
I will
okay?
say that it stumbled a little bit because the timing didn't hold.
Well, not only that, I mean, the timing might be part of it, but the carburetor needs a power valve changed in it because it's got a lean spot in it when you tip into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can fix that.
It just stumbled on motor
Yeah.
off the hit, but that's about it. I mean, the spray feels good and the suspension feels good.
Yeah, I can fix that stumble. I'll just run in Jegs tomorrow and go get me a power valve.
Did it twist
Yeah, it was
at all?
an instant. Like,
Yeah, it's just, it's been there.
Yeah.
It's been there and it was affecting us down to Edgewater when we were foot brake racing it. It had just you couldn't hardly hear it in the video, but you could feel it in the car. And the more timing you take away from it, the more you're going to feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can fix that. That's just a power valve and a little squirter change is all.
Fix that. I think it's golden.
Fling, flang, flang.
All right, so that's gonna do it for our nitrous and suspension install on the Malibu. This thing has seen a great improvement over the last couple days. It should be ready for some index racing, some bracket racing, maybe a little bit of street racing with some slower cars. Depends what we get into. But if you guys want a grudge race, hit up the old man.
Ha!
He's got an assortment of jets ready to go.
A plethora.
At any moment, we could blow this thing to Scatagaskar.
Scatagaskar.
Scatagaskar kit now.
No, I don't want y'all to steal my credit for that because somebody could make that into a t-shirt or something. Scatagaskar.
Yeah.
Trademarked it already. It's
Yep.
it's on the floor.
So the suspension's looking a lot better. It's going to be even better when we get the shocks in from Viking. This thing's just, it's coming along. It's slowly turning into a nice little piece.
Not a race car.
I said a nice little piece.
Street car.
Hopefully y'all enjoyed. See you next time.